Hi everyone, this is Mahendra and I welcome you all to Luar's classes. How are you all? Doing good? Doing fine? I hope everyone is doing good and everyone is doing fine. Today in this video, we shall learn how to find square root of a number by using long division method. We will learn how to find square root of a number by using long division method. So without delaying, we shall start learning about long division method. Before learning about long division method, we will learn the meaning of square root of a number. We will learn the meaning of square root of a number. For example, I want to find square root of 49. I want to find square root of 49. So I can write 49 as, we have to write 49 as square of some other number. We need to write 49 as square of some other number. So I can write 49 as 7 square. So square like 2 and symbol get cancelled, final answer is 7. So square root of 49 is 7. For example, I want to find the square root of 144. So what I should do? I should think of a number whose square is 144. Mahendra sir should think of a number whose square is 144. So 12 square is 144. 12 square is 144. So square and square root get cancelled. Answer is 12. Now you may get one doubt. Sir, we have root 49. So can't we write 49 as minus 7 whole square? And can't we cancel square and the symbol? And can't we say that square root is minus 7? You may also get one more doubt. Sir, we have under root 144. So can't we write root 144 as minus 12 whole square? And can't we cancel square and symbol? And can't we write answer as minus 12? You can write, but this is wrong. This one is wrong. I'll tell you why it is wrong. If someone will ask you, what are the square roots of 49? The question is, what are the square roots of 49? So answer is, square roots of 49 are plus 7 and minus 7. These are the square roots of 49 plus 7 minus 7. But if someone will ask you, what is under root 49? So under root 49 means we should say only plus 7. Whenever we have this symbol, and under this symbol if we have a number, then we have to consider only positive square root. We have to consider only positive square root. We have to consider only positive square root. We should not consider negative square root. Sir, I think you are saying wrong. Like you may get a feeling that sir is saying wrong. So if you get that feeling, I request you to take class 9 maths textbook. Class 9 maths textbook. And it is NCERT class 9 maths textbook. Open first chapter. We are going to have exercise 1.1. After exercise 1.1, you open the next page. If you read that page, you are going to get clarity. Did you get me? Now, I'll tell you why root 49 is only 7, but not now. I'll tell this thing to you when I discuss about irrational numbers. When I discuss a concept of 9th class, then I'll tell you why we should consider root 49 as plus 7 only. Why not minus 7? But the thing to be remembered, the thing to be noticed is under the square root symbol, if we have a number, then we have to consider only the positive square root. And this is a symbol. This is the symbol for square root. Like positive, like this symbol for positive square root. This is symbol for positive square root. Let me erase this all. Let me erase this all things. This is symbol for positive square root. Positive square root. Now you may get one more doubt. You may get one more doubt. The doubt is, you may get one more doubt, and the doubt is, I'll tell you about doubt also. Doubt is, sir, we have here under root 49. We have written 49 as 7 square. So how can you cancel a number and a symbol? How can you strike off a number and a symbol? Did you get me? So here under root 49 is nothing but 49 power 1 by 2. Under root 49 is 49 power 1 by 2. I can write, or we can write 49 as 7 power 2. So 7 power 2 whole power 1 by 2 is equals to 7 power 2 into 1 by 2, which is equals to 7 power 1, which is equal to 7. So this is the reason I am able to cancel a symbol and a number. Same thing applies here also. We have under root 144. Under root 144 is nothing but 144 power 1 by 2. So 144 is nothing but 12 power 2 whole power 1 by 2. 144 is 12 power 2. So 12 power 2 whole power 1 by 2 is 12 power 2 into 1 by 2, which is equals to 12 power 1. This is the reason Mahendra sir is able to cancel the symbol and the number. For example, if you have root 4, what is the meaning of this? Root 4 is nothing but 4 power 1 by 2. For example, we have root 9. Root 9 is nothing but 9 power 1 by 2. 9 power 1 by 2. Done? I hope the concept of square root is clear to everyone. I'll repeat once again. For example, we have root 4, and you need to find square root of 4. So what you should do? You need to think of a number. You should think of a number whose square is 4. You need to think of a number whose square is 4. So I can think of 2, because 2 square is 4, and square and the symbol get cancelled. Answer is 2. Done. But if a question is something like this, if a question is under root 17, you find under root 17, or you find under root some of like under root 19. So can we think of a number? Can we think of a number whose square is 17, or can we think of a number whose square is 19? Can we, or we can't? We can't. We don't have any number whose square is, like we don't have any natural number whose square is 17. We don't have any natural number whose square is 17. We don't have any natural number whose square is 19. Then how to find the square root of 17? How to find the square root of 19? This problem can be solved by a method named as long division method, which is the topic of the day. Which is the topic of the day. Did you get me? Okay. Now, you may get one more doubt. Sir, do we have only one method to find square root? No, we have one more method of finding square root, and the other method is prime factorization method. Sir, will you teach prime factorization method today? No, I'll teach in the next video or in any of the upcoming video. There are two methods by which we can find the square root. One method is prime factorization method, and other method is long division method. How many methods do we have to find square root? We have two methods. One method is long division method, second method is prime factorization method. Today in this video, we will learn about long division method. Done? So, finding square root of a number by long division method. I need to find square root of 17424 by using long division method. So here I need to think of a number whose square is 17424. I need to think of a number whose square is 17424. Okay, but I hope it is not that easy. It is possible, but it is not that easy. So people have framed long division method. Now it's time to learn long division method. So step number 1. Step number 1 is look at the digits of the number and find out whether the given number has odd number of digits or even number of digits. So let me count the digits. Here I have 5 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 digits. So 5 digits is odd number of digits. So what I should do, if I have odd number of digits, I need to convert them into even number of digits. If I have even number of digits, I need to feel happy and celebrate. Did you get me? If we have odd number of digits, then what we should do? We need to convert odd number of digits into even number of digits. If we have even number of digits, it's time to do party. So how to convert odd number of digits to even number of digits? By adding one zero. If I add 0 at the beginning, then I am going to get even number of digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 digits. So 6 digits is even number of digits. It's time to feel happy. It is step number 1. What is step number 1? Look at the digits and check whether the given number has odd number of digits or even number of digits. If we have odd number of digits, add 0 at the beginning. And convert to even number of digits. If we have even number of digits, feel happy. Now, next step is put a vertical bar. Put vertical bars. Okay, next step is you need to put bar on two digits. First 2 digits, bar. Second 2 digits, bar. Third, like first pair bar, second pair bar, and third pair bar. It is step number 2. You need to put bar on two digits. Okay, now consider the digits under first bar. Under first bar, what do we have? Under first bar, we have 1. Under first bar, we have 1. So we should take nearest square. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4. So I cannot take 2 square because it is bigger than 1. So what I will do? I will take 1 square. So 1 square is 1. 1 square is nothing but 1 into 1. So 1 ones are 1. Done. 1 ones are 1. Now do subtraction. A difference is 0. Now what do? You add this digit. You add this digit here, and what are you going to get? You're going to get 2. You're going to get 2. Next, you bring down the digits under next bar. You bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 7, 4. So bring down 7, 4. Now it's time to listen carefully. It's time to listen carefully. We have 2. So here, first write 2. You write 2. Now, you can take some number beside 2. For example, I am taking 3. If I am writing 3 beside 2, then with the same number I have to multiply. So 23 3 is 69. I'll repeat once again. For example, see here we have 2. Beside 2 I'll write 4. So what I should do? I should multiply with the same number. So whichever number I write beside 2 with the same number I have to multiply. Sir, it is hard to digest. It is hard to digest. It has lots of masala. So I'll give you some kind of curd by explaining more examples. Did you get me? Right. So 4 4s are 16, carrying 1 will have 96. So 24 4s is 96, 23 3s is 69. Which one I have to consider? I have to consider 23 3s are 69. I have to consider 23 3 69 because 96 is bigger than 74. So see here, 23 3s are 23 3s are is 69. Now do subtraction again. So here 74 minus 69 is 5, I think. It's 5. So which is the new digit? Which is the new digit in the quotient place? This one is quotient place. So which is the new digit here? New digit is 3. So this 3 you add here. You are going to get 26. 26. Next, bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 24. So bring down them. You are going to get 524. Okay. Now again listen carefully. Sir, how many times should I listen carefully, sir? Many times. We have 26 here. We have 26. What I should do? For example, I write 2 beside 26. So if I write 2 beside 26, with the same number I have to multiply. That's it, nothing else. With the same number I have to multiply. So what will I get here? 4, 2 6 are 12, carrying 1, I'll get 520. Oh, what a coincidence. Okay, for example, we have 26. If I write 3 beside 26, the same number I have to multiply. That means 263 3s are. 3 3s are 9, 3 6 are 18, carrying 1, I'll have 789. But here 262 2s is 524, and that is working here. I can say 262 2s are is 524. Is 524. So remainder is 0. We got remainder 0. So here I can say that square root of 17,424 is 132. Square root of 17,424 is 132. Did you get me? Right. I'll give you time of some 30 seconds. Go through the solution once. So now we look into one more example. We have 8649. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we have 8649. That means we need to find square root of 8649. So what was the first step here? Step number 1 was look at the digits. And check whether we have even number of digits or odd number of digits. Here I have only 4 digits. Here I have 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 digits. 4 digits means it is even number of digits. It's time to celebrate. It's time to have party. Okay. So write down 8649 and put 2 vertical bars. Next, what we should do? We need to put bar on 2 digits. We have to put bar on 2 digits. So upon 86 1 bar, upon 49 second bar. Next, consider digits under first bar. Under first bar we have 86. Under first bar we have 86. So what you should do? You should take nearest square. So 9 square is 81 and 10 square is 100. Our 86 lies between 81 and 100. So we have to consider the smaller one. 9 square is 81, 10 square is 100, 86 lies between 81 and 100. So consider the smaller one. that is 9 square. So 9 9s are 81. 9 9s are 81. Remainder is 5. Remainder is 5. Done. Now we'll add this 9 here. So 9 plus 9 is 18. Next, bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 49, so bring down 49. Now we have 18. We have 18 here. So whichever number I write beside 18, with the same number I have to multiply. For example, I write 2 here. So if I write 2 here, with 2 I have to multiply. So what will I get here? I am going to get 2 2s are 4. So 2 2s are 4. 2 8s are 16. We'll have 364. So 364 is smaller than 549. So what we'll do, we'll check for 183 3s. We'll check for 183 3s. What will I get here? 3 3s are 9, 3 8s are 24. Yeah, 549. So 183 3s is 549. See here, we have 18. Beside 18, I have written 3. So with the same number, you have to multiply. That's it. Okay. So what can we conclude here? We can say that under root 8649 is 93. This is the answer. Now we'll discuss one more problem. Oh, this time we have some big number. Big number is 118336. So what is step number 1? Look at the digits. Look at the number of digits. So we have here 6 digits. We have 6 digits. So it's time to party. If you don't have even number of digits, you add 0 in the beginning to make it even number of digits. Done. Now we have here 118336. So we need to put bar on 2 digits. Bar. I'll change the color. Right. So bar. Consider the digits under first bar. Under first bar we have 11. So take the nearest square. Nearest square, 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. So our 11 lies between 9 and 16. I can take smaller one. I'll take 9. So 3 3s are 9. What is the remainder? Remainder is 2. Not remainder, difference. Yeah, it's 2. So now what we should do? We need to add this 3 here. We'll add this 3 here. We'll get 6. Next, bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 83. So bring down 83. You're going to get 283. Now we have 6 here. We have 6. So whichever number I write beside 6 with the same number you have to multiply. I'll go with 66 6. I'm writing 6 here. So with 6 you have to multiply. So 6 6 36. 396. So 396 is bigger than 283. It doesn't work. So what we'll do, we'll take, we have 6, beside 6 I'll write 5. So with 5 I'll multiply. 65 5s are, 5 5s are 25. I'll have 325. 325 is also not working because it is bigger than 283. So I'll take 6. We have 6. Beside 6 I'll write 4. So with 4 I'll multiply. 64 4s are, 4 4s are 16. We'll have 256. So it's working. 64 4s is 256, which is smaller than 283. So I can take 64 4s. See here, 64 4s. 64 4s is 256. Now find the difference. Difference what you are going to get. 283 minus 256, it's 13. We'll have 7 here. Next 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. 27. Difference is 27. Now, in the quotient place, I have written recently 4. So this 4 I need to add here. So 64 plus 4 is 68. The recent digit we have to add. Did you get me? Don't add complete 34 there. That is wrong. So 68. And I need to bring the digits under next bar. Under next bar I have 36. So bring 36. Did you get me? So now we have 68. So same logic will apply here. We have 68. Beside 8 I'll write 4. So with 4 I have to multiply. 4 4s are 16. Adding 1. 4 8s are 32. 33. It's 27. So it's working. 684 4s is 2736. So remainder is 0. And I can say that square root of 1,18,336 is 344. Done. Now we'll discuss one more question. And this is decimal one. It's also decimal. Next, it's also decimal. Yeah. Right. Chalo. The next question is, we need to find square root of 6099.61. So same thing, but here we have two parts, which is the whole number part. This one is whole number part. This one is whole number part, or you can say integer part also, no problem. And this is fraction, you can say it is decimal part. It is decimal part. Now my question is, not question, you should take one care here. You have to see that you have even number of digits in the whole number part and even number of digits in the decimal part. Did you get me? You need to see that you have even number of digits in the whole number part and even number of digits in the decimal part. For example, see here we have 4 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. So no problem. We have 4 digits in the whole number part, we have 2 digits in the decimal part. So we have even number of digits here. There is no problem here. But here if you have something like this, if you have 529.7, for example I am saying. So what you should do here, you need to convert the number of digits in the whole number part as even number of digits. How will you convert? By adding 0 in the beginning. Similarly, you need to convert the digits present in the decimal part as even number of digits. Here we have only one digit. So what I will do? I can add 0 at the end to convert it into even number of digits. Did you get me? I'll repeat once again. If you are finding a square root of a decimal, then what you should do? You need to take care. The care is you need to have even number of digits in the decimal part and even number of digits in the whole number part. I'll give one more example. For example, I have 13521.736. I want to find square root of this number. So before finding square root, what I should do? I need to look at the digits at the whole number part. At the whole number part, I have only 5 digits. So I need to convert it into even number of digits. How can I convert? By adding 0 at the beginning. Next, in the decimal part, I have only 3 digits. I want to have even number of digits. How can I convert? By adding 0 at the end. Okay, so you should have even number of digits in the decimal part, even number of digits in the whole number part. That care you should take. Done? So now it's time to start something great. So if you are finding a square root of a decimal, you should check that you have even number of digits in the decimal part, even number of digits in the whole number part or integer part. So write down now. We have 6099.61. So place bar on two digits. First place bar on two digits in the whole number part. So 2. Next you place bar on two digits in the decimal part. 61. Done. Now just do normal long division. Right. We have 60. So nearest square. 7 square is 49 and 8 square is 64. 8 square is 64 and 60 lies between 49 and 64. So what I'll do? I'll consider the smaller one. So I'll consider 7 sevens are 49. 7 sevens are 49. Find the difference. I think difference is, we'll have 10 here, here we'll have 5. So difference is 11. Next, this 7 you add here, we'll have 14. Next, what do? You bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar, we have 99. So write 99 there. Okay. Now we have 14. So I can take 143 threes. I think it doesn't work. 143 threes is 9, 12. It's 429. It will not work. So what I'll do, I'll take, we have 14 now. Beside this, I'll write 7. I hope 8 will work. We'll go with 8. 148 8s are 8 8 64. 8 4 32 38. We'll have 11. Yeah, 1184 is smaller than 1199. So I can take this one. So 148 8s are 148 8s is 1184. Differences, we'll have 5 here, we'll have 1 here, 0 0. So now which one I have to add here? Which number or which digit I have to add with 148? Which number I have to add with 148? I should add the recent digit. Recent digit is 8. So add 8 here. So I'll get, I think it's 156. Now, next what do we have here? We have decimal. So put decimal in the quotient place and bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 61. Bring down 61. So here we have 156. I can take 1561 the 1561. 1561 ones are 1561. So remainder is 0. So square root of 6099.61 is 78.1. This is square root. Done? Process clear? Fine. Now we'll discuss one more question. Let me check time once. Just 1 second. Right. Yeah. So next question is we have to find out square root of 655.36. So this is whole number part. This is decimal part. 655.36. In the whole number part, I need to have even number of digits. So what I should do? I'll add 0 here. In the decimal part, I have only 2 digits. I have even number of digits. So nothing to change. Now just applying the method. We'll just apply the method. Put bar on two digits. First bar, second bar, and here also bar. We have 6. 6 lies between 2 square and 3 square, I think. 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So we'll have 2 2s are, we have to consider 2 2s are 4. So 2 2s are 4. Remainder is 2. Okay. This 2 you add here, you're going to get 4. Next, consider the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 55. So consider them. So number is 255. We have 4 here. I can take 45 fives are. 45 fives are. 45 fives is how much? 5 fives are 25. I'll have 225. Let me check for 46 sixes are. 46 sixes are, 6 sixes are 36. 6 fours are 24, 27. So 276. 276 is bigger number. So I'll consider 45 fives are. 45 fives are. 45 fives are is 225. Is 225. So what is the difference here? Difference is 0. Yeah, difference is 30. Now tell me which digit I have to add here. I have to add the recent digit, and the recent digit is 5. So this 5 will add here. We'll have 50. Next we have decimal here. After second bar we have decimal. So put decimal in the quotient place. You place decimal in the quotient place. Next, after placing decimal in quotient place, bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 36. So bring down 36. Okay. So finally we got 3036. Now here we have 50. Here we have 50. So I'll arrange this part. Here we have 50. So I'll take 50. Let me write 7 beside and multiply with 7. What will I get here? I hope 7 will not work. We'll go with 6. 506 6 are 6 6 are 36. I'll have 6 5 30. So 506 6 are is 3036. So remainder is 0. So what can we conclude here? We can say that square root of 655.36 is 25.6. Okay. Next, question number 6 we'll discuss. It's under root 9273.69. Under root 9273.69. So same process. But here we have 4 digits in the whole number part. We have 2 digits in the decimal part. So we have even number of digits. We can continue our process without having any changes. Okay. So we have to place bar on 2 digits. Place bar on 92, place bar on 73, place bar on 69. We have 92 here. Take nearest square. 9 square is 81. 10 square is 100. So 92 lies between 81 and 100. Smaller one is 81. So we'll take 9 square. 9 9s are 81. What is remainder here? Remainder is 11. Next, we need to add this 9. Here we'll have 18. Next, bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 8. We have 73. So bring down 73. We have 73. Bring down 73. So number formed is 1173. We have 18 here. So I'll write 4 beside. So 184 4s are 4 4s are 16, carrying 1, 4 8s are 32, 33. I'll have 736. Next 186 6 are 186 6 is 6 6 are 36. 6 8s are 48, 48 plus 3. 48 plus 3 is 51. We'll have 1000 116. So this will work because I think 187 sevens are 187 sevens are 7 sevens are 49, 7 eights are 56, 56 plus 4 is 60. I think we'll have 1309. It will not work. So 186 sixa, 186 sixa is 1116. Let me find the difference. Difference is 13 and 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. 6 minus 1 is 5. 0, 0. So difference is 57. Now what you should do? You need to add recent digit here. So add 6 here. We'll have 192. So after 73 we have decimal. Put decimal in the quotient place. Put decimal in quotient place and bring down the digits under next bar. Under next bar we have 69. Bring down 69. Now here we have 192. We have 192. So what we'll do? We'll take 3 beside. We'll take 3 beside 192 and multiply with 3. So 1923 3 is how much are we going to get here? 3. I'll write somewhere. Yeah, I'll write here once again. Yeah. 1923 into 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 9s are 27. I'll have 5769. So 1923 3s is 5769. Remainder is 0. So answer is 96.3. Now you may get one doubt. Sir, what we should do if we won't get remainder 0? What we should do if we won't get remainder 0? So in all the problems, right from first problem to this problem, in all the problems we got remainder 0. So what we should do if we won't get remainder 0? Okay, and how to find square root of 13, how to find square root of 2, how to find square root of 3, how to find a square root of a number which is not a perfect square. For example, if I give you some random number, there is a random number 135. How to find square root of a random number? These all things we'll discuss in the next part, in the next episode. So till that time, you have to wait. By the way, if you like the content, if you feel that content is good, if you feel that content is useful, please subscribe to Loards classes and don't forget to click on the bell icon, because if you click on the bell icon, you're going to get notification whenever Mahendra sir uploads a new video. So please don't forget to click on the bell icon. And if you feel that content is good, please share the video with your friends, with your relatives, so that most of them have benefit with this channel. And Mahendra sir will teach physics, chemistry, reasoning on the channel. Okay. So for physics, chemistry and reasoning, you have to wait. Mahendra sir will teach mathematics of right from 6th class to 12th class. It's a long journey. In this long journey, I need support. Okay, I need a support. So you have to support me by subscribing and by sharing the video. Mahendra sir is not perfect. And nobody is perfect actually. So if you feel that there should be some improvement in the content, please let me know in the comment section, because every person needs improvement. Every person needs improvement. Okay. So thank you then. Have a good day. We shall meet back in the next video. Till that time, stay home, stay safe, study well, and don't forget to spend time for physical activity, because a healthy mind stays in the healthy body. Respect your parents, because parents are visible gods. And I'm telling you once again, Mahendra sir is not so perfect. So if you feel that there should be some kind of improvement in the teaching, please let me know in the comment section. Bye everyone. Bye bye.